What is going on, everyone? It's your guy Cole Jackson back here on Road Graders, powered today by BetUS, and we are going to be talking about one of the key topics of the Baltimore Ravens throughout this season. It is the defense, specifically focusing on what I think has been the biggest difference in something that we saw really pay off against the Houston Texans last week. So if you guys are looking forward to this breakdown, if you're excited to talk about the defense, hit that like button, hit subscribe if you're new here, drop a comment down below. And I'm going to put a question out there that I want to see you guys discuss. Are Darius Washington, Kyle Hamilton, Marlon Humphrey, rank the three in terms of value to the defensive turnaround? I'm curious to see what you guys think. I'll give my thoughts at the end of this video. So before we jump into it, Monday Night Football tonight, the Detroit Lions visiting the San Francisco 49ers. There's your lines for tonight, and you can get in on the action by going over to BetUS using promo code YouTube150. You'll get 150% sign-up bonus and then 125% on your next two deposits. So get over there, more money in your pocket, bigger bets, bigger winnings, all that good stuff. Thank you to BetUS for sponsoring. Now, the thing I want to talk about is third down, because this was a massive concern with this Baltimore Ravens team early in this season. That's what they were struggling with. They couldn't get off the field. Against the Texans last week, the Texans' conversion rate was 4 out of 15 on third and 0 for 2, which was actually 0 for 3, because we'll look at it, that DPI on Marlon Humphrey was crap. So they got the 2 fourth down stops on one drive, which is obviously impossible, but obviously they gave it to them. So they were only 0 for 2 officially, but just this defense making stops on critical downs. And as we run through this game, I'll give you guys context as we run through the plays. We're going to look at 8 third and fourth down plays, ones that were critical to the way this game went, and you'll kind of see just how valuable it was. Now, if you look at them over, the last 3 weeks, one of the worst through the first 10 weeks. They were, I think, 29th in terms of third down defense. The last 3 weeks, they're second best in the NFL. Now, to be fair, they did play a couple of bad offenses. I went and looked at the offensive rank. The Houston Texans were ranked 12th. The Pittsburgh Steelers were ranked 19th, and then the Giants were ranked 28th. So obviously, they didn't play a top 10 third down offense. Fair enough, but still second best over the last 3 weeks. Very noticeable in terms of the game script. So let's get into the plays. So we're going to start here. This is in chronological order, but I didn't put in all of the plays. So we're going to start here. This is on the drive after the opening TD from the Ravens. So it's currently 7-0 Baltimore. The Texans picked up a 3rd and 7. It was a 13-yard completion to Nico Collins, which set up a second set of downs. So now we're 3rd and 4 at the Baltimore 48. Obviously, important moment here, because we're moving into Baltimore territory, looking to match. Even 3 points makes a difference. So let's take a look at the play, and then we'll come back, break it down. So you're going to see there's going to be a little confusion, and I'll go back and play that. So the Texans are already in their formation when this video starts. The Ravens are kind of just breaking the huddle. So you can see everyone's just kind of getting there late. Nobody seems to really know what's going on. And you're going to see that sack from Kyle Van Noy. And then we'll look at the other angle. So what I noticed on this, and this happened a couple of times, got a little lucky here. The pass rush bails out the second level. So the reason I say that, on the pause right here, you're going to see 2 Texans at the 45-yard line, Baltimore 45 line, breaking inwards. Then stacked on top of them between the 50 and 40-yard line, you have Kyle Hamilton and Chris Board both going out to cover Joe Mixon. So you're going to see right here, watch Mixon's go out on the swing, and you see 49 and 14 follow him out. Nobody covers these middle defenders, and Dalton Schultz, who is closer to the 40-yard line, you're going to see him sit in zone right here. And that the Ravens were in some sort of, it was kind of confusing, because you're going to see Brandon Stevens drops, Darius Washington drops. Wiggins kind of follows into the middle, so he didn't quite look like he was in zone. So it looks like a combo coverage of some sort. But it looks like that they were not ready. You saw them break the huddle late, and then there's all this confusion. But up front, this is why a pass rush can be so darn critical. Dalton Schultz was going to get hit with that pass. He sat into the zone, but watch how quick this pressure came. So as soon as, again, here's them. They're getting out. Stroud's about to snap this ball. We get out late, and you see right there on the stunt. So Matabike and Kyle Van Noy are going to work this. So let's take a look at that because that was just a thing of beauty. So you're going to see Matabike lined up as a 4-eye technique. He's going to attack that inside shoulder of the guard, and that's how he takes out the right guard and the right tackle. Kyle Van Noy comes right off. And strategic alignment here, you see Travis Jones, he's lined up as a 0 tech. So he's going to draw the eyes of the center. And so by doing that, you end up with a 2v2 on the stunned. So this guard has to come off to get a piece of Kyle Van Noy. He gets nothing because that center was focused on Travis Jones, missing that in his peripheral vision. So good example of how your pass rush can bail out your secondary, your second level. And that's what happened there. Just a great pass rush, great design stunt, something we're seeing Zach Orr do a lot more of, get creative as hell. You had Michael Pierce lined up as a 5 tech in this game. It was crazy. Love seeing it. Throwback to that Mike McDonald stuff that we looked at last year. Now we get the 52-yard field goal. We get the ball back after that third down. They punted. So now we're on third down. Houston at risk of going 3 and out here, down 10-0. You're going to see they're going to go cover one man. And we'll play it and then we'll come back and look because the Ravens get a little lucky here again. You see right there, Schultz wide open with a hell of a lot of field in front of him for a big gain. So question is, what happened? So you're going to see they're going to crowd the line of scrimmage. They're going to step up, bring a blitz. So they're cover one man blitz. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 man pressure coming. And if you look at the pre-snap alignment, you can see Dalton Schultz is flanking Stroud with their third down running back here, Dare. So they're in a max protection here. 3 receivers, obviously Schultz and Dare can chip and then leak out as a receiver. But what they do here is Kyle Hamilton, who's in the middle of the field here, he's going to double. You see right there, they got 2 chasing. They're in man coverage here. You got Wiggins, you got Stevens on the top side, and Hamilton, I believe that's Nico Collins, in the slot. And they're just going to double him with a 1-man safety. And so when they do that, because they brought a 5-man blitz, Schultz just leaks out and Stroud misses them. They get lucky there. Quite frankly, they get lucky. But I love the approach there. Let's take their best player out who already burnt us on a third down. It's just if we're going to send that 5-man pressure, we need to make sure it gets home so that we can't get a leaking tight end. Or if you go back to where the blitz came from, if they see if a linebacker's in man coverage on that tight end and he sees him staying in pass pro, he'll sometimes blitz, but he needs to be prepared to get out on his ass if he's going to leak out. So Ravens get a little bit lucky there for sure. That's what I mean. Wanted to tell you guys the full story. No doubt about that one. Straight CJ Stroud misses that throw. We're still down 10-0 on this next Texans drive. They picked up 18 yards on a completion to Schultz on second down. This third down comes up. And again, they're moving down the field, getting a little bit of momentum offensively. Big gain to Schultz. And Owe is going to shed that almost nickname for a moment and get that sack. And so they're just playing cover one man behind this again. It's been kind of their go-to in these situations, which I love. I was calling for it for so long just to play man because of all the breaks in zone coverage. So you're going to see right there, you got 1 deep safety. They're just playing man. And the beauty here is Stroud off that play action has nowhere to go with this. And that's just, look at the dotted receivers just blanketed by Ravens secondary. Huge step up by the secondary in recent weeks, just playing out of their minds. And we'll go take a look at the other angle. You'll see the camera is going to pan to the right because it gets thrown off. They think Mixon has the ball here. Or is that Pierce? So you're going to see Owe just shed on the back. You're going to see some pressure up the middle, and Owe just gets home on it. So really solid pass rush there. 2 sacks on third down that we've seen so far. 1 from Kyle Van Noy, 1 from Odafe Owe. Obviously critical plays here. So this right here is kind of this drive. So we're going to look at 4 plays from one drive. And this was the turning point because right before this was the Derrick Henry safety. So right now it's 10-2, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. It's a 10-10 game right before halftime. So the Texans get that safety. You can see they've moved into Baltimore territory. They're at the 40, moving the ball. They just got a first down off a 16-yard completion to Robert Woods that set up this set of downs. They're in 3rd and 12 right here. And so you're going to see Ravens are just going to play Tampa 2. And they're just going to hit that underneath check down. And this very reminiscent of kind of Weeks, call it weeks like 8 to 10, where they switched to the cover 2 heavy look that we looked at a lot on this channel. And you can see, where was I always talking about some of those soft spots right in that middle of the field? Usually it was behind the linebackers. This one's going to come right in front of Roquan. And the big reason this happens is because if you look at the pre-snap lineup, you're going to have both linebackers in the A gap. And so as Roquan Smith, see him bail out there, he's going to basically be bailing out as that slant comes in front of him. So it's just one of those unfortunate things where his momentum's working against him as the receiver crosses his face as he's backpedaling. I sometimes love when they do the mugging the A gaps, but that's where it can create some issues when you get into that backpedal. It takes you out of leveraging coverage. So this sets up fourth and was a 9-yard, 4th and 3. Texans elect to go for it. They're feeling the momentum right here. It's a critical moment, and you're going to just get cover one man, and this is going to be the BS defensive pass interference from Marlon Humphrey. I didn't see enough contact right there. He's in tight, I'll try and pause it as we get there. So Marlon's taken off to the right. Let me try and pause it. So right here, it's going to be blurry just because the camera's panning, but you'll see as much contact as there was. That's nothing. Even Gene Sarator came on and just said it was BS. So that gives them a new set of downs inside the 10. Again, just that momentum building up. It's just starting to feel like, okay, now the refs gave them a lifeline. The Ravens do a good job getting into a 3rd and 4 here. And Marlon Humphrey, this PBU, you're going to see him in the slot above. I believe he's across from John Mechie. And this was just a play of beauty. He's going to play inside leverage right there as he basically tries to run in like a little bit of it's almost like what you'd see a running back run out of an angle Texas route. It's just kind of a 2 steps up to the outside, and then he cuts back in. Not quite a whip route. See right there, he's just trying to work that slant, and Marlon coming punch in. He stays in phase. That backhand. I'll try and pause it again. I grab the other angle so you can see it. So you see Mechie go out there in the green cleats. He's just off camera, so we can't see a great angle of it. But I'll try and pause it to show you guys what I mean. The snap out here. Stroud comes back inside. That's all blurry. So you can see the white glove on the lower inside hip, the left hip of Mechie. So he's in phase there. So he's got that left hand there so that if the ball comes in, he can attack through the catch point. But because of the athleticism of Humphrey, when that ball leads, he's got his right hand that he punches through the catch point. As you'll see right there. I can't quite see it because it's blurry. I'll try and play it once. I don't think we'll really be able to see it because it's panning. But punching that forward was incredible. That sets up 4th and 4 here. And again, I don't blame the Texans. They were feeling the momentum. I'm feeling suffocated watching this game. I was actually having Christmas dinner with my mom's side of the family. So I'm stressing at this point. So that sets up. And this to me was the game changer. This basically, the Ravens were pedal down from this moment on. They go on a 99-yard touchdown drive after this play. They're just going to play red too. And they're going to try and it's going to be a design swing pass. So you're going to see Schultz, who's aligned here as an offset tight end. He's going to go out he's going to basically run a swing in front of Mixon, and he's out there as a blocker. So this was a design swing to get Mixon out in space. See right there, Schultz running out with Mixon, throw that check down, boom, boom, boom. And let's just look at that again. This is just 3 Ravens DBs that wanted to hit. Marlon Humphrey comes in right here. Marlon's going to make first contact. Ardarius second contact. And third is Trey White, who worked through a block. Let's try and get this out here. So on the swing. So there they are right there. You got Marlon inside the 5. You got Trey White, who is the main blocker against a tight end here. And then you got Ardarius flying in from the end zone. So you're going to see 1 hit, 2 hit. And Trey White just working through this block, working outside this block right there. 1, 2, and that hit, I think Ardarius knocks him out of bounds, but Trey White was just there as just to push him out right there. And that's just 3 DBs working hard. Look at Trey White work through that. So as much as, Marlon, Ardarius make that play in their own right, Trey White working through that block was to me, the key. I don't want to take credit away from the other two because Marlon's initial pop, absolutely critical because it's a running back, knocks him towards the sideline. Our Darius flying out, 5'8", 5'9", our Darius Washington, doesn't matter. He's going to fly up and he's going to hit you in the mouth. I absolutely love this kid's play style. Plays his heart out. Look at that. Flying in low, just reckless abandon. And then Trey White just working through that block just really stood out to me to get up there and make that play. All three of them, phenomenal play. That to me was the turning point in this game. Like I said, the Ravens go down. It's the TD pass to Likely. 99 yards to get that touchdown. They go up 17-2. It's kind of, that was the separation point. You know, you go from potentially 10-8, which could be 10-10 if they get the 2-point conversion. So you're almost looking at a tie game, and then you snap your fingers, 99-yard drive at 17-2, because you got that fourth down stop inside the 5-yard line. Phenomenal work by this defense. And then I threw one more play in. So after the Ravens made it 17-2, the Ravens and Texans exchange punts, takes it into halftime 17-2. Texans get the ball out of the half, and they have another shot to turn this game around. You know, a score and a 2-point conversion, 17-10. Now it's a one-score game. Here we are on third down, though, and Kyle Hamilton, interception. So you're going to see him start at the bottom of your screen, lined up against the slot. They're going to motion Nico Collins across, and Hamilton drops into the middle of the field and then picks up that crossing route and gets that interception. So he started, again, at the bottom of your screen. So there he is. He basically runs to the other side of the field. There's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 yards to get that interception. And that was just Kyle Hamilton making a play. They're playing cover 2 on that. Hamilton was dropping into his zone, makes a play on the ball. Just an absolute thing of beauty by Kyle Hamilton, who, you know, and again, that's why I asked that question. What's kind of, how would you rank those three in terms of the defensive turnaround? Because our Darius Washington comes in, basically replaces Marcus Williams, and the coverage break stops. So there's a ton of value there. Marlon Humphrey, I did that video on him last week, making plays, interceptions, turnovers. One of the key guys gets that PBU on third down, that hit on fourth down, making plays every single week. But then Kyle Hamilton is kind of like the linchpin that holds this defense together. They start playing him deeper. They give him the green dot when Roquan gets hurt, and the comms issues start to kind of clean up. So I would personally rank it. And it's tough because I just made a case for Marlon Humphrey to be the MVP. But in terms of the defensive unit of the Baltimore Ravens, I got Kyle Hamilton at 1 because I think the calm situation, playing him deep, him and Ardarius playing deep allows a lot of that to get cleaned up in front of him. So I got Kyle Hamilton 1, Marlon Humphrey 2 because of the key plays made, and Ardarius Washington as a 3. But I'd almost want to go 1A, 1B, 1C because all three of them making critical plays every week, keeping this defense together. Drop a comment down below. Let me know how you guys would rank them. Hit that like button if you enjoyed this breakdown. Hit subscribe if you're new here. And thank you to BetUS for sponsoring this video.